Hey guys, welcome to another exclusive episode of the Voice Out podcast with myself, LT Lakes, and of course with the amazing Ulia M.
Exclusive. Yes. So welcome to another episode. I go by Leah Am, aka the Collector of Roses. And today's our second episode of the day. So please do not be judgy. Do not be doing anything with the outfits, guys.
Just leave it as
Guys,
Yeah,
please. But anyway, so next up right now, we're going to be having another cool dude. You're going to see how he looks. He looks very cool and he sounds even cooler. So we're talking about Mihlali here, who is known as Umesh. Right.
Hey, this guy.
Welcome.
Thank you guys. What's up? What's up?
Look at how you cool. You know Nigerians will say, fine boy. What is it now? Listen, so Merge is a singer-songwriter, he's a producer, he's a musician, and he's also just an overall, what do we call this thing? Sound engineer. Yes, that's the word. So welcome to the show. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, and I just want to say thank you guys for inviting me.
Thank you so much for honoring us with your presence. Rising star.
Yo, okay, bro. Let's talk about you. Who is Merge? Where you from? Your background also?
Merge is from, Mihlali. Mihlali, from New Brighton. It's where I was born and raised by a single mother. Yeah, and I'm a last born. I have 2 sisters and one brother. Yeah.
Is the brother older than the 2 sisters, or is the brother coming after the 2 sisters?
My brother is a middle because of the sisters.
When I know you, I'm not gonna say your age, but is
It's any age,
is the brother like older than my age, or?
He's 32.
Okay, no, your brother is old enough. That's all that I wanted to know. Back to the interview. Back to the interview now. Okay, so music. When did you decide that, listen, this is what I want to do. I want to be in the sound industry. I want to produce. I want to, engineer. I want to focus on sound. I want to sing. I want to write music.
Honestly, it started as a hobby because I remember when I was doing my grade 11. Yeah, grade 11. So I used to always hang around with people that are always listening to music, especially hip hop. So hip hop was my foundation. Yeah, but it's where I started this game to emerge. Yeah, but so that's where I emerged. You understand? Yeah, so I was always always around people that are doing music, but I was in the background. I see guys rapping, be like, okay, that's cool. Then I started to give it a try, because I remember my first song that I ever wrote was titled "Udream." A dream it. Everybody got a dream. It's up to you to make it real.
Okay.
All that.
Yeah. So it's where it started. Then I saw even in a reaction, Kwaban be like, "Hey man, this is good. You should give it a try." Then I was like, "Okay, I'll see what happened." So again, I started falling in love with more music, and so again I started focusing on writing because I used to listen to KRS-One.
Ooh,
old school
hip hop.
Yeah, hip hop, old school hip hop, Naughty by Nature, so those people influenced me the way I write rhymes and stuff. Yeah, but then after high school, it's where I was involved in live instrument, because I remember my first time being with live band was in New Brighton.
Oh, yeah.
In New Brighton. Yeah, exactly. So it's where I saw, but wait a minute. These guys, they can actually play
things, I want to do that.
This was on the CD, just bumping them. Now they can actually...
Now they can actually see them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I started falling in love with live music, Thank you. I was like, you know what? I want to learn how to play music and how to write my own music.
Hey, that sounds like a journey.
Yes.
I'm even shocked that he knows who KRS-One is.
Come on.
I'm like, okay.
Very shocking.
Yes, because it's KRS-One, man. It's hip hop. That's hip hop. But we're going to talk about that right after this.
And of course, with Tibana, music, hip hop, that's when
Yeah.
you basically started to fall in love with music. Now, what got you into a point whereby to decide to basically do the genre that you're doing as a musician? What genre are you?
Doing, as you're going to say that, like, what genre are you doing first?
Hey, like it's always like very fascinating every time I describe the music I do.
Yeah.
Because after hip hop, I started to fall in love with different genres, like especially like African music. You know, so I feel like my sound it's focusing African music because I do sometimes heavy elements, the jazz,
Okay.
African jazz, ne Afro pop, Afro soul, Afro beats. You see everything that is Afro, like I mean it.
That's it. You are all Africans. All the
Yeah.
definitions of
African
African.
vibes.
And that's you. I get that fully. I think even us having conversation, I always say that I'm like, I'm a DJ.
Yeah.
And it's very strange as I'm listening to you because I started in hip hop.
Okay.
Right? I'm like, yeah, I'm a sweetheart of hip hop and PE. Everyone knows who I am, come on. But anyway, and then I moved from that to Afro house, to house. But then I was like, no, man, I like African music. So hence I, went and did, I'm like, okay, I have horns here, I have djembe here, let me infuse this African sound into this house thing. So I fully get that.
Because Nyan, honestly, like sometimes it's really difficult to find a place where there's already people that in there in the industry because now everybody can be a rapper nowadays.
Yeah.
So the only thing that makes you different or people like you can be different from them. It's defining your own sound.
Yeah, it's your own interpretation of what your sound
Exactly.
is,
Finding
basically.
your own calling. So that's how I always say it. Exactly. Yeah.
And I think we just gave everyone an answer because do you know when you do something, everyone will be asking you, what makes you different than the other one? And then you never know how to answer. Because I defined my own sound. That's why, I didn't hear it anywhere else. So I wanted to create what I wanted to hear. Fully get that. Let's talk about who you've worked with. Like, nigga, please. I was reading here, I'm like, Legato SA, Dumza Maswana, Ntsika, MXO. Like, nigga, please tell us about that.
And guys, like, Zonge is in the highlights that very means a lot to me because even in Legato, I was when I was working with them, like in their project.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't know Legato. I never heard of them. I met them on studio. I was like, okay, you're having Legato Day. I was like, who's Legato?
Yeah.
You understand? So I see the gentlemen and they were like, yo, these guys are so many.
And there's like 6 of them.
Exactly. I'm like, okay, but their voices. So that's why I was like, you know what? Now I understand what they Legato now.
You get it.
So,
are they still around?
Yeah.
I thought they left. When are they leaving?
I think, isn't it already, I think they're in Joburg or something. I think they already left.
Have they left like for Europe? Because I remember they did that thing, Gabo. What is that fundraiser thing for them to actually go and, I think they were spending that. But yeah.
So like it was a very, 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 very cool moment, like being around with them, like seeing their creativity come to life because it was a really, 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 really good experience. Now come to Ntsika and MX1. Actually it was Udumza Maswana. He was doing his Mendi art.
The
Galadina, yeah.
Yes.
Galadina. So he was like, hey bruh, I know you do sound, right? Come and tryna, do sound for us. I was like, okay, I'm honored. So it's where I got to mix like Zontsika, no MXO, and like working with them, like doing their sound. So it was a very, very good experience for me.
You recently also released your EP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the inspiration behind that?
Yeah, inspiration. It comes from the music on the Mamela Yoga Cool. As I mentioned before, like African music.
Yeah.
You understand? So I wanted to find my own sound, yabona, in overall kwezinto izimamelayo already. So I was like, okay, how can I make merge different from what the people used to hear about yabo? So I was really more focused on finding my own sound because it started as an experiment. Yeah, but I was like, hey man, let me give this thing a try. But I was like, yeah, this thing now it's working out for me. Exactly, it's working out for me. It's working out for me. So even in their reaction, Gabaan be like, hey, bruh, I like this.
Yeah.
I like this. You should keep going. So it's where ubuhle comes from because now it started like 3 years ago doing this EP. Yeah.
Sure.
3 years ago. So like it was a journey for me because
for you to get here.
Yeah. And my first song was Obuhle. Then ezinye ke ngoku ingoma that I added on the EP, zisuka from the title Obuhle.
Okay.
Yeah, so like is it different versions of Obuhle?
Do you see when I was saying I will release when I release? I'm not going to give. I will release when I release because it can take 3 years, it can take 5 years, it can take 10 years to actually put together an entire body of, especially if you have a vision and you're trying to recreate something that no one is actually, doing. Because I think it's a personal question now from one artist to another artist that I wanted to ask you. Because I think we actually do speak the same language. Because now my thing was I would listen. Right? I get all this music, I download all this music, and as I'm listening, I'm like, but I'm not hearing Lendo Ndifuna.
Exactly.
Does that make sense? Exactly. Like, I'm not hearing it. I want to hear it. You know what? Let me go and make it myself. But how do you actually, pull yourself towards yourself when you get to a space of art or a performance? You're like, but if they would play these chords just a little bit, higher or just one note like this, it would be better.
I believe if you have a true calling, whatever art perspective or goyo, communication works the best because is interpretation like yabona about izinto or ozifilayo neminqweno yakho, you understand? So I'm a huge fan of live music, especially live bands. So like since I've been around with a lot of live bands, like I know my place. I know my place. I know where if there's a event, a choir, I know which person that can play the keyboard for me. I know which the right drummer can actually make sure that my rhythm section is fire.
It's fine. No, man, that's dope. That's really so I think two more questions before we go. One, your dream stage to perform in.
Yeah, that's a tough one because there's so many places that I wanna perform at. But my first is gonna be perform at Madison Square Garden.
Ooh, okay, cool.
Fill up the whole.
I think you can do it. I really do think you can do it. I've heard the EP. I think you can do it.
Yeah.
But also, shoot, kill, or marry. I'm going to name 3 people, and we're going to assume that these are the people that you would want to collaborate with. So I'll give you 3 names. Shoot, kill, or marry. You tell me. I have Java here. I have Questa here. I have Sistandi Swamazwai. Shoot, kill, or marry.
This is a tough one right now. Come on, okay. I would definitely okay. I would marry Java because Java he's one of my best.
So top who you want to work with.
Exactly. Cool. And I would but why are you guys doing this to me? These guys. I would kill Tandy Samazwai.
Okay.
And shoot Questa. I mean, like,
but I have no choice.
I don't have a choice.
Literally putting
my options are limited.
I had to very quickly. Where do we find you?
You can find me every social platforms. You can find me on Facebook, Merge Music, Instagram, Merge_music. Yeah.
Okay, okay, guys. Thank you so much for just tuning in and just jamming with us as
Yes.
always, literally. So from myself, LT Links.
He's signing out. Yes, thank you so much for taking that 15 minutes of your time and paying more attention to the artists that we have in PN. We hope you go and find Medj throughout all the social platforms. His EP called Omuhle is out in all digital platforms, right?
Yeah.
Please do, even though he's going to kill Taniswamazwai, it's fine, we'll forgive him for that. That's my fault, I take it. So from myself, Leah M, a.k.a. the Collector of Roses, a.k.a. the Blue Beauty. Don't call me BB. Sounds horrible. See you on the next one. This is The Voice Up.